A new season of Fortnite is upon us as both Tilted Towers and Retail Row only stayed destroyed for about 5 days since everybody realized that the other places that are on the map are just shitty to land at now that those are gone. After the unvaulting event this weekend, that was a full-on disaster with not only the majority of the community showing their stripes as window lickers by unvaulting the drum gun, but the event itself was bugged out in a ton of lobbies, which rendered those players not being able to participate at all, to which Epic gave away both the replay files and the Arcana glider, or a V-Bucks refund if that was already purchased as retribution. But in the case of the replay files, that feature isn't even available on mobile or the Switch because the Nintendo console is somehow only as powerful as a device that used to be for social interaction, and in the case of the free item, the rollout has been the usual Epic bugginess, 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. Anyways, Tilted Towers has been rebuilt as Neo-Tilted, bucking the named location alliteration, and of course stealing the Modern Towers creative concept from a Reddit user because that's the type of content thievery we come to expect from Epic. And Retail Row becoming the Mega Mall, complete with the Flush Factory outlet for those people that remember the name location from seasons past, and the volcano getting a new name of Pressure Plant because volcano power is still safer than nuclear. To go along with the new futuristic theme of Season 9, there are sky platforms at various locations around the map that are eerily similar to the supply ships in Apex Legends because of course Epic will take something that is a good idea and shoehorn it into their game somehow, along with slipstream wind tunnels that will launch anything that enters it based on their angle on speed, as well as air vents that will also grant players fall damage immunity. Not only were there map changes, but there's a brand new weapon, a semi-automatic combat shotgun in rare, epic, and legendary varieties that holds 10 shells, firing 9 pellets per shot for 73, 77, and 81 damage, respectively, with a 1.7 times headshot multiplier, meaning the highest damage with this item is less than 140, so it's much worse than the former heavy shotgun was. Also in shotguns, the tactical shotgun base damage has been increased by 5 with each rarity. However, the pump shotgun has been vaulted, which I guess is an easy way to quell the Twitch chat spamming requests to bring back the double pump, but it also means that only semi-automatic shotguns remain. This combined with, at now, a reduced drop rate for both, bringing back the drum gun and keeping the boom bow, the weapon that somehow takes shotgun ammo in spite of it having explosive rounds, and an easy mode built-in trajectory when drawn back that takes all of the fun of calculating the Coriolis effect on your weapon, means the return of the spray and pray meta, which was an absolute joy to play in. The rationale behind the decision was outlined in a blog post which indicates that the newly unvaulted drum gun will be added to the upcoming weekend tournament playlists, but Epic wanted to change up the meta on purpose since the pump is responsible for 26% of eliminations, with the next weapon not even being close. Here's the problem with this line of thinking though. Of course the pump shotgun is going to be good at eliminating people since it's a high damage weapon. It's easier to kill people when you can shoot them for up to 200 damage versus as high as 80 with an assault rifle or 40 or so with an SMG. Not to mention it complements the building feature that has deviated this game from the other ho-hum battle royale offerings since you could build cover as you rush opponents, and it rewards aim with having a one-shot kill potential if you can hit all your pellets. With the exception of the sniper rifle, which has such a long reload time in between shots, none of the other weapons has true one-hit kill potential as a reward for aiming. Thus, Epic is artificially squishing the skill gap into the game, not only for weapon skill with having only spam and automatic weapons ruling the roost now, but also for building in general with the addition of a 50-round mag drum gun and less of an incentive to rush towards other players to close the gap if you can't one-hit kill them with a shotgun anymore. We'll see how it plays out with Epic also bringing back the common grenades and vaulting clingers along with buried treasure and poison dart traps that no longer fit the futuristic Season 9 theme, and getting rid of scope revolvers, thermal, and suppressed assault rifles, which are items that nobody will miss, and balloons to even further nerf mobility. With the new season also comes some new challenges. For the first week they are, for players that don't have access to their parents' credit card, dealing 200 damage within 10 seconds after using a shadow bomb, which has had its bugs ironed out finally with this patch. Visiting all 7 of those new sky platforms, which can be found on the map shown on screen here, and finally a stage challenge of riding the slipstream in Tilted, followed by doing the same in the Mega Mall, as Epic is really pushing its new beepity bops around the island with these challenges. For the people that need to pay for extra carrots to dangle, the tasks are picking up a legendary item in 5 different matches, 3 scoped weapon elimination challenges, which is now that much harder with all of those aforementioned vaultings, searching 7 chests at Lucky Landing if you forgot to jump with a southward moving battle bus, or Loot Lake if you're over being bitter about the unvaulting fuckery and just want to check out the new greenery, and finally a stage challenge of dealing 300 damage to players from 2 stories or above, then 200 damage to players from 4 stories above, finally 100 damage to players from 6 stories above. So head to a sky platform and start squishing those little ants down below. Complete all of the challenges and you'll get rewarded with this loading screen here, really highlighting the new spray and pray meta that reminds me of planes without the PTSD of having to deal with them in the game. The hidden battle location can be found on the coordinates on the side of the minigun, which point to this road Road south of Lonely Lodge, shown on the map here on the screen. The Week 2 challenges have also been leaked, with the second week's task being to launch off of air events in 5 different matches, again pushing the new map mechanics, eliminating 3 opponents at Sunny Steps if you want to loot, or Shifty Shafts if you'd rather not, dealing 500 damage with pistols to opponents, the only time you'd ever use those types of weapons, searching chests in 3 different name spots in a single match, a challenge to visit an oversized phone with 2 locations shown on screen here, a big piano also in 2 locations shown on the screen here, and a giant dancing fish trophy which may correspond to these locations with the previous dancing at fish trophies around the map, but it's unclear if this will be one spot in between all of them that you'll need to search, or if you'll be traveling around the map. A stage landing challenge for Snobby Shores if you like Viking pillaging, Fatal Fields if you'd rather hide in the tall grass like an African predator, Sunny Steps where you could also do those eliminations, Dusty Divot if you want to be the center of attention, and Happy Hamlet, which was the only place on the west side of the map to land after Tilted was terminated. And finally, another stage elimination challenge of killing an enemy from at least 50 meters away, then 75 meters away, then 100 meters away. The Week 2 loading screen has also been leaked here, showing the Cobalt skin getting its ass kicked, which it should be because it's fucking hideous looking. There are also several skin style challenges, including the Sentinel skin at level 1, Bunker Jonesy skin shown off in the cinematic trailer, which is available at level 23, Vega at level 47, Demi at level 87, and the Vendetta skin at level 100, which we now know why Cade 6 from Destiny had to die in order to be put into Fortnite, along with the Utopia Discovery skin and special Fort Bite challenges, which were outlined in the Battle Pass video. Some of these are hidden items around the map using clues on a digital chip of 100 pieces, which will, quote, unlock the secrets of Season 9, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. It's clear that some of these will be granted by doing some of the Fort Bites challenges, and others are quite straightforward just for reaching tiers within the Battle Pass, but so far number 36 is one of those hidden ones around the map, and it says it's accessible by Sentinel on a frozen island, which means you have to equip said skin and head to this spot in the southwest corner of the map in order to find it. Since some of the aforementioned skin styles are also rewards from obtaining Fort Bites, this concept adds another layer of items on a checklist to mark off in case your chores weren't enough for you. Lastly, in challenges, there are ones for a Wix Bounty limited time mode, of which nothing about the game mode is known yet, but maybe it has to do with John Wick's house showing up in Paradise Palms for the start of the season. But the challenges involve playing or winning matches, collecting coins, which will probably be similar to the ones for the Creative Island ones in the overtime challenges, or getting eliminations with weapons like a combat shotgun or a tactical assault rifle, which the latter isn't a current weapon, but data miners have found images of said weapon, which will probably come at some point during the season as a revamped replacement of the recently vaulted scoped rifles. That's not all with leaks, as the Victory glider for Season 9 has been revealed as this holographic stick model of an actual glider. While this item is available now, there are others that have been found in files like the Velocity skin from the Week 1 loading screen, Ether and Versa from the Week 2 loading screen, the Cryptic outfit that's a futuristic version of the graffiti artist, and Bracer wearing those Brett the Hitman heart glasses, and pink hair because neon is the color of the future even though it was plastered all over the 80s. For pickaxes, there's the Plasma Carrot that's better than the idea of having holograms performing concerts. In backblings, the second worst word for something on your back besides tramp stamp, the Bomber Bag for the Velocity skin, CNXN for people too lazy to spell connection on the Versa skin, Frenzy with the same number 37 as on the sleeve of the Ether skin, and Spectral Spine, which would be interesting on Wraith from Apex Legends, or how it holds up when your teammates let you down when you constantly carry them and your back starts hurting. For gliders, there's the Assault Bomber for the Velocity outfit, and Tech Turbine for the Ether and Versa set. Emotes give us Old School, which I hope is somebody running naked up to the quad through the gymnasium like what Frank the Tank does in the movie of the same name, and Prickly Pose, that'll be the new version of T-Pose, especially with the Prickly Patroller skin. Finally, in wraps, Enigma, a colorized version of the barrier put up before Food Fight, Bubblegum, that doesn't come with a comic strip, and Royale Air Force, which should probably have been a reward for the Planes limited time mode challenges, but it also fits with the Velocity set. Anyways, what do you think about Season 9 and the controversial move to vault the pump shotgun in favor of the garden hose spray meta? I'll certainly try it out, but after experiencing the drum gun again, even with the pump shotgun, it was still supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Let me know your thoughts down below. I've been the Schwanz27, out like the Boston Celtics. Until next time.